Olá a todos, bem-vindos! Hello, how are you? In today's video I'm gonna tell you how to say I love you in Portuguese. Stick with me to the end because I'm gonna tell you ways of saying this to your loved one or to anyone you want in a way that is gonna make you sound much more like a native speaker. Hi, I'm Mia and I'm a qualified teacher with more than 10 years of experience. This is Mia Esmeriz Academy, my school where I teach you all the best Portuguese you can imagine. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and give me a little like because that will let me know that you are enjoying what I'm doing, and this is really important for me. Now again, today I'm going to tell you how to say I love you in Portuguese. Many of my students are interested in this topic because the reason why so many of you want to learn Portuguese is because you have a loved one living in Portugal, a Portuguese loved one. That's just fantastic. I really find it nice nowadays that we can be in love with basically anyone in the world. I mean, we could already back then, but now it's easier to travel and keep in touch. Can be also through the internet or however, but it's much easier to keep in touch with your loved ones even if they are all the way across the country or in other countries, and even if they are here in Portugal. So I know that it used to be easier even than nowadays because of this virus and this crisis that we are going through, but just hang in there and start learning how to say your I love yous in Portuguese right now, so that when you can finally meet with your loved ones, you can just tell them and sound much more like a native speaker. So now that you know what we're gonna cover, let's dive into it. So, as I said, you might have a loved one in Portugal, or maybe you just want to impress your loved one, even if he or she is not Portuguese, by telling them I love you in Portuguese. It would sound quite exotic, right? So, the first way to say I love you that I bring to you today is eu amo-te, or simply amo-te. So this means literally I love you. So the verb we're using here is the verb amar, and we are conjugating it in the first person singular, eu, so I, and then we do that by saying eu amo, and then te because it's you. So we say eu amo-te. And in Portuguese, maybe you already know, but we can actually hide the subject and simply say the verb, so we can say amo-te simply. Okay, so that's the most known way of saying I love you in Portuguese, but stay with me because I'm gonna tell you some other ways that are not so known, and also stay till the end because I'm showing you something great. Okay, so the second way to tell someone you have feelings for them is adoro-te. Once again, we're conjugating a verb, this time the verb adorar, and we're conjugating it in the first person, adoro, or eu adoro, and we're saying te because it's you. So some verbs will have this te to say that we are speaking to the other person. So this one, like the one before, is gonna have this to say you. So we're gonna say adoro-te. Adoro-te would mean in English like I adore you. However, in English I feel that it has a kind of different meaning. It's something a bit more powerful than in Portuguese. So I think in Portuguese amo-te is more powerful than adoro-te. Unlike in English where you would say I love you or love ya or love you much more than I adore you, right? But in Portuguese, eu adoro-te is less, let's say, than eu amo-te. So you will say this more often, even to your friends or, you know, to your family, and you can also say it to your loved ones or to your lover to tell him or her that you love them and that you really are fond of them. the third way to say that you like someone, that you love someone, that you have feelings for someone is saying eu gosto muito de ti. So again, here we have the verb gostar and we're going to conjugate it in the first person singular, eu gosto. But in this sense, we build it a little bit differently than the other two verbs. We're saying eu gosto de ti. So instead of having this t, we are saying de ti. We use a preposition de and then ti, which here also will mean you. This has to do with how verbs work, and different verbs work in different ways, but don't worry about that. Just know that you can also say to someone, gosto muito de ti. Or if you want to still use the pronoun, you can say eu gosto muito de ti. So just let me tell you that as Portuguese we tend to drop the pronoun, so we tend to say more without it. We tend to say sentences more without it. So in this case we would say gosto muito de ti. And this means I like you very much, you know? So, okay, you're not exactly saying you love someone, but you are kind of hinting that, yes, I really, really like you. And of course, in different contexts, it's gonna have a different meaning. You can also say this to your family and friends. But yeah, you can say it to your loved ones to let them know that you are really fond of them too. Now, these were the 3 ways to tell someone that you love them in Portuguese, but don't go away just yet, because here comes your bonus. I'm gonna tell you how to call your loved one in Portuguese to sound like a native speaker. So the first way to call your loved one is by saying meu amor. Meu amor. Meu amor means my love, literally. So you can say olá meu amor. That means hi my love. Okay? Again, you can also use this with maybe your daughter or your son. We also use this to speak to our really close relatives, more parents speaking to their daughters or sons, especially when they are small. But yes, this is really used if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or if you're married and you want to say this to your special other, then you're gonna say meu amor. Okay, my love. Another way is meu doce. Meu doce. Meu doce means my sweet. Okay, this is also another really sweet way of calling your loved ones, and I hope that you use it and abuse it. The third way you can call your loved ones is by saying coração. Coração. So coração literally means heart. So you can say olá coração. Olá coração. That's like hello heart. It's kind of like you're saying that this person is in your heart, so you're really gonna use this with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your husband or your wife, because they are gonna be so happy if you do so, especially if they are Portuguese. They might even be like, what? How do you know that? So you can impress them if you call them this way, and especially if you add a little bit of a smile, you know, and a sweet face. Now, this one I really like. It's meu chuchu. Meu chuchu. This one is not as common as the other ones, but I find it really cute. Chuchu actually is a vegetable. I don't know the name in English, but it's like a small and cute vegetable somehow. I don't know if the name comes from there, but we do say meu chuchu for my cute one, my cutie pie, something like that, okay? So if you want to get cute, you should definitely be using this one. And finally, we also use bebê. although this is also not as common, but I've seen some couples using it between them. This would be the correspondent to baby in English, but there are definitely some people using it in Portuguese as well. Bebê, that means baby, so if you think that this is not too tacky for you, you can definitely use that as well and show your appreciation for your lover like this. Okay, so make sure to use these words, to use these expressions to call your loved one, and also vary between eu amo-te, eu adoro-te, or gosto muito de ti, to tell them how you really feel and that you love them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I ask you to please not forget to subscribe and to hit the bell, the notification bell, to get more videos like this one. And yeah, I would like to know if you already used any of these terms, so let me know in the comments below. And I wish you a really nice day, and I send you a lot of beijinhos, kisses. Mwah.